everyone, welcome back to my channel, my gluten-free dollhouse, and today we're coming to you with another tool explanation.
Yep.
Or demonstration, anyway, we're going to be talking about a drill, and I will let my brother, Dan, let's welcome him.
Yep. So anyway, what we're going to go over today is a cordless drill. This one happens to be a Bauer, got Harbor Freight.
Not sponsored.
No sponsorship, darn it. Anyway, but you can get a cordless drill pretty much anywhere that sells tools. The new ones are all lithium ion, which is nice because they're quick charge. The battery lasts longer before it drops off. Pretty good to go.
Oh, do you want to show them how it comes out?
And just pops right off, and then it goes into the charger, and you get done. Then it comes right back on. Easy peasy lemon squeezy.
The charge lasts a really long time, too.
Yeah, they do. Which is some of the advantage of the lithium-ion batteries. A couple of the other features on here, of course, you've got your forward. Push it that way, it goes, screws it in. You push this all the way over, it backs it out. In the middle is the safety, and nothing happens. The other thing that this has on it is a clutch, and we'll get into that in just a minute. But it also has a keyless chuck, so that when you go to put...
Wait. Sorry.
Yes.
Okay, you said it has a chuck, and then you said it has a keyless chuck?
This is a keyless chuck. This whole thing on the end is called a chuck.
And this part here?
Is the keyless part right here that you spin. This piece that I've got a hold of right here.
Okay, what's this part called?
That's the clutch.
This is the clutch, and this is the
chuck.
Clutch and chuck.
Yep.
Okay.
So on this one, all you do is you just spin it with your fingers until you get it to the right size to put whatever, whether it's a drill or a screw bit like this one, and you just just tighten it up by hand, and you're done. Now, the difference between a keyless chuck like this one and a key chuck is generally on a keyed chuck, it will be on a drill that is corded, so you have to plug it into the wall, and then it will have a key.
Now, this is yours, right?
This is mine. This is a key that goes into the chuck here, and you can see it's got the holes. No. And it's got teeth on the edge of the chuck here. So when you go to tighten it down, you got to put the key in and turn this to tighten it down.
To tighten down, like if you're putting this in it?
Exactly.
Is that like an Allen wrench? Isn't that what they're called?
No, this is not an Allen wrench. See, it's got teeth on it. It's a little gear. And so the problem with a keyed chuck is this is not attached to this. So a lot of times when you're doing some work, you can drop this and it will always go to the most inconvenient spot ever.
Yes.
So generally they'll have a spot like on this one where you put it in so you can keep it on there. It's either here or farther down the cord. But yeah, they're easy to lose, unfortunately.
I bet.
So. And
this was a gift from my dad, a housewarming gift. Thank you, Dad. So, these are my first power tools.
Yep. So, anyway, and then you go on there. And now we'll get into the clutch aspect of it. Now, the clutches were actually...
Wait.
Yes.
Sorry.
Yep.
What I was thinking about was why somebody would want a drill. Why would somebody want to have a drill? Why it's a big deal, like to have one in your house, and why like everybody should have one.
Well, yeah. Anytime you want to put something up on the wall, drill holes in something. You can also use them to help put furniture together, like stuff from that you assemble yourself, all that's got screws and things like that generally.
Right. You
can use it to do that. You can use it for various tasks to attach things together, and also in general construction.
Yeah, I'm so excited. Like, I don't even know what all this does, and so to give you an example, my brother lent me his drill, which I was afraid to even turn on because I was afraid to break it. I don't know if any of you can relate to that, but I had no knowledge of whatever. And in my living room, on one window, I had all of these nails and screws and stuff around all of the windows. And so I spent 3.5 hours with regular screwdrivers taking out all of the things. And my brother wonderful man that he is, brought his drill over and showed me how to turn it on and off, which was a revelation that you could actually unscrew things, but I was afraid to touch it. But anyway, so 15 minutes later, I had both windows completely, all of the hardware was gone. And I have been in love with power tools ever since. So, for a lot of things, maybe you don't absolutely need one. For that sort of stuff, I could
But
do
they come in
it
very,
manually.
very handy.
Yeah, and for me, and I'm remodeling my entire house, inside and out. So, it's an amazing, amazing thing. So, if you're wanting to hang a shelf, for instance, he tells me that he can do this. For hanging curtain rods, for just regular household things. It's a lot easier to do something like this and be able to hold something when you're not having to, as opposed to just having like a manual screwdriver or something like that to hold it in place, and it takes a lot longer and everything gets all cattywampus, at least with me. And so anyway, I just thought that I would mention, just it saves an incredible amount of time, and if you're not very strong like me, then it's a lifesaver. It really, really is. So.
Yep, the quicker you can fasten something to a wall or something like that, the less you have to hold it up there one-handed and try to balance everything else out. So,
yeah.
Yep.
And I get to build things.
Yeah.
I'm so excited.
Yeah. It bursts. So anyway, most of your electric drills, most of them are going to come with a clutch, which is on the top. You see they've got all sorts of numbers on there. Generally, this one goes 1 up to 21, and then it's got a little picture of a drill for drilling, in which case the clutch is no longer active. Now the reason for the clutch is so that when you're putting a screw into something and you're going to do it repeatedly over and over again, and you want it to go to a specific depth, the clutch will disengage when you get to a certain amount of rotational torque, which is the force required to drive a screw into something.
The torque is the force?
Yes, the rotational force that drives the screw in. Okay. That's how much power the drill is using on the screws or whatever to go in.
Does the clutch on this work the same way as the clutch does on the car?
Pretty much.
Okay.
Because once you get to a certain amount of power, it will start slipping.
Right, so like if you're in first and you're driving, and it will go until you shift it into the next gear. And shift it into the next gear. Is that right?
Well,
no?
That's not slipping the clutch in a car. That's just shifting gears. Now,
I'm missing something, but okay.
So anyway, just going to demonstrate.
This is why he has so much patience.
On how that goes. So now we'll show. Click on this one. See, that's as far as it goes in.
Why?
It starts because I have the clutch set on 1. So now let's bring it up. We'll go up 2.
So what is it on now?
Now it's on 3. See, now it's almost all the way down. So now we'll go up to 5. And of course this depends on how hard the wood is and things like that you're going into. Now, see, now that's basically flush.
See?
Yep. So you see that down, down, down. And that's just at different clutch levels. Now I can come back and put in another one at a number 5 again. And they'll always be going into the same depth.
Always?
Always. So
that is awesome.
And yeah, I mean, it's cool. I mean, they originally developed this for sheetrockers.
Yeah.
And back then they called it a drill driver.
Okay.
And because when you're putting into sheetrock, we go ahead and do one of these two. I'll back that off to you a couple.
Wait. So what are you doing? Okay, what is
We're going to do an example with sheetrock.
Okay.
So now, like on that one, that didn't really go in far enough. So now we'll go ahead and crank that up just 1.
So what's it on?
Now it's on 2. See, now went in there a little bit further. Now basically what that does is you want to have it like when you're doing drywall, so it just dimples and gets the screw head under the top of the sheetrock. That way you can spackle over it and boom. But if you can guarantee that you're going to put that screw in there the exact same depth every single time, you don't need to worry about it. You can just fly through putting your sheetrock up. Definite time saving. And that's what they originally brought this stuff up for.
Wow.
Yeah.
So like if I want to build something, say I want to like put sheetrock in my front porch, right?
Yep. You find out which clutch setting you want, and it doesn't matter. You just go until the clutch lets go.
Until it makes that
until
sound.
And still start hear that ratcheting sound. That yeah. Yeah. And then every single one of those you put in there is going to be the exact same depth.
See, he tried to explain this to me before, and I kind of like, because I'm a visual learner, and so it didn't.
It helps when you have when you have examples. So
for this, you would want it to go like below the surface just for sheetrock purposes.
Yeah.
Because then it makes the hole, and then you go along the spackle, which I'm gonna have to do that in other parts of my house.
See, that's about perfect right there. It's just underneath the top, and then with that clutch setting, every single one you put in will be that deep. Done. And that's
no matter how big the nail is.
That makes a difference. You have to use the same style of screw because a longer screw that's going into the wood farther will take more force to get it to the same depth.
That means torque, right?
Yes, more torque. So which means you just turn the clutch up.
No.
Exactly. I mean, that's the way it goes. So I mean, and that's the nice thing about these is because you got so much adjustability for doing things like this. You know, say that, because like these are 1 5/8" drywall screws. Say you've only got 2 inches. Okay, fine. You just turn the clutch up, run them in. Or you get, then you say, okay, I ran out of those and all I've got is 1 inches.
Right.
Well, then you just turn the clutch down.
Really?
And you're good to go, yeah. And then you just, because that way you can adjust to not only the length of your screw, but also how hard the wood is that you're putting it into, and things like that. So yeah.
I have always thought for a project you had to have the exact right screw for all of the things, but you're telling me that if for some reason I don't have them, I can still
substitute with a different one if you just want the surface, the head of it, to be at the exact same spot. Yes.
That is awesome.
Yeah. Yeah. So now we're going to get into the drilling part of it.
Okay.
Because now this is actually a request from a commenter about how to put in an anchor.
Rods, yeah.
An anchor. So when you go get your anchors, and generally if you got a curtain rod, which is typically what you're going to use them for, they will tell you on the package the size of the drill bit to use. So I grabbed these, and that's exactly what these are. These are number 4-6 by 7/8 inch, and it actually.
What does that mean?
That's just how long the yellow plastic part is, because they come in different sizes.
Right.
So now includes, and this says drill bits, drill size 3/16 of an inch.
Okay.
So it'll tell you right on the package how big of a drill to use to put the yellow piece in. So that's what we're going to do.
So this is, we're also going to be hanging curtain rods in another video, so you'll see this in action on the wall. And Marilyn, hi, I love you. I hope that you find this helpful. Okay,
so now you get your drill bit kit, and then you find the correct one. It'll have them all labeled. So we got our 3/16.
I want to put that up.
We got our 3/16 out of here. It's now in the drill. So now what we're going to do is...
Wait. Does that go in... Do you have to use the clutch?
Yes. Use it on the drill portion here.
Okay.
Put it to drill, because you don't want to use the clutch. You want to make sure that you're going to drill through. whatever you're drilling. Because if the clutch is there and it binds up, you're not going to drill through. So you need to have it on drill and not use the clutch.
This is the clutch.
Yes. So
With
you
the
need to
numbers.
have it. You need to have it lined up
Okay.
with the screw, with this drill bit,
Okay.
with the drill bit, to make sure you drill all the way through. So now, what we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and drill through here.
Look at that. Were you going to do it on the wood or?
Nope. Nope.
So
now,
you drill the hole first.
you got to drill the hole before you can put the plastic piece in. Put the plastic piece in. You push it in with your thumb.
No.
That's it for the plastic.
Now, was this what I was supposed to do in
Yes.
my front porch when
Yep.
I was trying to hang
Yeah.
my
Yeah.
curtain rods and I
Yeah.
cracked plaster and...
Yeah. Yep, this is
Made a
exactly
mess
what you
instead.
do for these things. Now,
Now, does this need to go like
nope, that's
flush?
how. Nope, that's how it goes. Because if you look at these plastic pieces, they have a little shoulder right there.
Okay.
And that's
right.
as deep as they're supposed to go. That
Okay.
shoulder is supposed to be on the top.
Okay.
Then you have your screw that comes with the kit, because it comes with both the plastic inserts and the screws. Then go like this. Actually, turn this way down. We're using it for a screw, and then you can go ahead and use your drill. And just slowly drill in till you're tight. Done. And then, so whatever you're attaching, like your curtain rod or whatever, is now secured to the wall. Because the trick is, you see when we tip it over, the plastic, well, you can't really see it too well. The plastic mushrooms out.
Once the nail goes in?
Yeah, once the screw goes in,
So you drill the hole first.
yep,
And
Put
then
the plastic
push,
piece in.
And you just push the plastic thing in and
Yep.
then...
yep. See, as it goes in, you can see these two side pieces come out. That helps lock it into the drywall. And do not try this at home.
Careful. Oh, wow!
And then as it goes through, the screw pushes the plastic pins out and then locks it into the drywall. And so with that thing going out, and you can see it's got teeth on it, and that locks it into the drywall so it can't come out.
So that's why you can hang shelves on
Yep.
the wall and they won't
Yeah.
fall down?
Yeah. Yeah, of course there is a certain weight limit that if it comes out, it's because you're ripping the whole thing out of the drywall.
Right.
But still, you will see that also on here, like it says this is good for 10 pounds.
So if
So,
you
like-
wanted just a little frou-frou wall, maybe in like in your
Right, so, I
bathroom
mean,
shelf or
if-
whatever?
So if this is like for curtain rods, perfect. So most curtain rods, you'll have 2 of these on each end. Well, each one of those is holding 10 pounds.
Each one?
Yeah. Each one of these will hold 10 pounds. So,
And it says that on the package?
yeah, it says it right there. And it'll tell you on the package how many pounds they'll hold. So, but generally if you get a curtain rod kit, it will come supplied with the correct anchors to hold the weight and stuff for that curtain rod. So,
Oh, okay.
yeah. But this is just a quick demonstration on
Right. Some of the uses?
on some of the uses of a drill, and then also how to hang stuff on your wall through your drywall.
And I can use this, like I want to build, I'm going to need to build, what is the part in the window called?
You know, windowsill.
Well, the windowsill, but like the thing that the window is around the window?
Oh, like the molding and the trim around it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I'll be able to use this with
Yes.
that to put it up and
Yep.
all that stuff.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah. Exactly.
anyway,
So-
it's a great thing.
Yep.
So,
Power tools are your friend.
yes. Oh, be safe.
Yep.
Always.
Yep.
Goggles and whatnot.
Yep.
And I really hope that you guys are enjoying this series. I'm learning so much, obviously. And, yeah. So I hope that you subscribe and join me here at my gluten-free dollhouse.
Like,
And-
comment, and subscribe.
Yeah, the whole thing. And if you guys have experience with drills and things that you've done or questions that you have, please comment below. And if you have questions, my brother here will answer anything technical. But I'd love to hear what your guys' experiences are, and if you're remodeling or, you know, all suggestions are welcome. And if you have anything in particular that you want to see, please let us know.
And if you have any requests for things like the wall anchors,
Right.
just let us know, and you know, hopefully we'll get to them shortly.
Yes. Okay. Thanks so much, and we'll see you in the next video. Bye.
Bye.